am PV Ganesh. My roll number is 4C1. I am from ECEC. Now I am going to say a few words about lists in Python programming. List. Python offers a wide range of compound data types, often referred to as sequential data types. A list in Python can be defined as a container of items. That means list is most frequently used and very variant used data type in Python, and list can be seen as collection of values. First, creating a list. We can create a list by accessing, that means by placing all the elements in between square brackets separated by columns. That means list example, list equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, and list equal to A, B, C. Now, if a list can also contain another list as an item, such type of list called as nested list. For example, list equal to hello, list 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2.4, 3.4, and so on. Here, hello is a list which is placed as an item, and 1, 2, 3, 4 is an item which is a list which is placed as an item. Next, accessing elements in a list. In list, each and every element have indexes. That means we can access elements to that indexes only. We can start from 0. If you try to access elements other than these indexes, we can get a index error. Next, slicing lists in Python. Slicing means we can access a wide range of elements or items in a list with the use of this slicing operator, that means column. For example, let list be 1, 2, 3, 4. That means next, if you take list of 0, column 3, that means it can 0, 3 are indexes. That means we can have elements like 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 index is the maximum limit. And reassigning the elements in a list. That means we can reassign elements that are items in a list, or we can reassign whole list. For example, if list equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, we can reassign whole list as list equal to 2.4, 3.4, 4.5, and so on. And or we can reassign only one element. For example, list of 1, 2, 3. Next, deleting. We can delete all the elements in a list, or we can only delete a particular index value. For example, with the help of del. For example, del list of 0. The value which is presented in 0 index value can be deleted. For example, if list is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. If you delete a 0 index value, we can get the list as 2, 3, 4. Thank you. Now my subject, electronic devices and circuits. I will say a few words about forward bias and reverse bias in a diode. First, forward bias. First of all, we know what is biasing. Biasing is nothing but energizing a diode with external energy. Forward bias. Forward bias means if the positive terminal of a input DC voltage is connected to the P-type material and negative terminal of a input DC voltage is connected to a N-type material, this condition is known as forward bias. In this, along the boundary of P-type material, there will be holes. Along the boundary of N-type material, there will be electrons. Here, positive charge repels holes and negative charge repels electrons. So, when a diode is forward biased, barrier width decreases and it offers a high amount of capacitance of order 100 picofarads. 100 picofarads, and here current is due to majority carriers from P to N, and current due to majority carriers of order of milliamperes. Here resistance is very low. And next, reverse bias. In reverse bias, we all know that here positive terminal of a input DC voltage is connected to the N-type material and negative terminal of a input DC voltage source is connected to the p-type material. This condition is known as reverse bias. In reverse bias, we are known as along the n-type material there will be electrons and along the p-type material there will be holes. Here holes attracts with n-type and p-type attracts with electrons. So there will be barrier with increases. That means when a diode is reverse biased, here barrier with increases and it offers a very low amount of capacitance of order 2 picofarads. And here direction of minority charge carriers is from N to P and current is of order of millifarads. That means here current means current due to minority charge carriers, and it has very high resistance. Thank you. Digital circuits and logic design. Now I am going to say differences between combinational circuits and sequential circuits. First, as we all know, in electronic circuits we mostly use these two circuits, that are combinational circuits and sequential circuits. First of all, definition. Combinational circuit. Combinational circuit means it is independent of time. That means it independent of time and it depends only on input present at particular instant. And sequential circuits, the circuits in which it not only depends on current input but also depends on the previous outputs. Next, feedback. As we mentioned above, that combination circuits are independent of time, so no feedback is required for next output generation. As we mentioned above, for sequential circuits it depends on previous outputs, so output of previous input can be transferred as feedback for next output generation. And performance, as we know, combination circuits have faster and better performance when compared to sequential circuits, and as in sequential circuits they have very low and less performance when compared to combination circuits. Next, elementary blocks. The common elementary blocks for combination circuits are logic gates, and the common elementary blocks for sequential circuits are flip-flops. And as on the operation, combination circuits are mostly used for arithmetic and Boolean operators, and sequential circuits are mostly used for storing data. Examples of combination circuits: full order, off order, multiplexers, demultiplexers, encoders, decoders. And examples of sequential circuits are flip-flops, counter, resistor, etc. Thank you.